DJ, you go crazy.
DJUTV, let them know who we got in the building.
Man, you got your boy Big Les in the building, man. Stop it, man.
Big Les, what you on, gang?
Nah, I ain't on nothing. I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling, man.
For sure that. Well, welcome back to DJUTV. You say you couldn't walk up all them stairs today, huh?
Man, I ain't doing them stairs, man. I ain't doing that, man.
Man, we had to travel a long ways to come get up with you, Big Les. I didn't know you was all the way out here.
Yeah, man, I had to get away, man. I got to be out the way, man.
So.
You feel me? I got to be out the way, man.
So that. Well, like I say, man, welcome back to DJUTV. It's definitely a blessing to have you. Tell us what's been going on with you and the Man Stop It podcast.
Man, I just been steady grinding, man. You know, it may not seem like it, but I've been grinding, man. I've been putting in work, man, just trying to get it off the ground, man, and shit, keep working, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Can you tell us some of the notable guests you've had on your podcast so far?
Man, I had my son Rooga on here. I had Arnie Duncan. He was in the White House for 7 years.
Okay.
I had Jamal Green, who ran for mayor. He was on here, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I had 16 shot him. Your boy. No, yeah, but I had a few people on here, man, you know?
Yeah. That's what's up. We definitely be tapped into the podcast. We just interviewed your son Rooga ourselves, right? Yeah. Over at DJUTV. It was a real good interview. And one of the main topics that we talked about, one of the main topics that's been interesting with Rooga lately is pushing peace with Mimo 600.
Yes, sir.
And the reason that's interesting to me is because, you know, the little brothers had a beef. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on Rooga and Mimo 600 pushing peace together?
Man, I think it's a blessing, man. You know, I talked to Mimo. Man, Mimo talked. And like a month and a half before this happened with him and my son, you know what I'm saying? We had talked, man, and I think, and then my son had called me like one night, and he was telling me, man, that him and Mimo finna get together, and he asked me what I think about it, you know what I'm saying? And I told him, man, I think it's a good thing, it's great, you know what I'm saying? And I think it'll be big, you know what I'm saying? Because I be watching some of Mimo's interviews and stuff like that. To me, I just see him, he really maturing, growing up, you know what I'm saying? Same with my son, you know what I'm saying? They want peace. They both been through something as far as with their brothers, you know what I'm saying? And they mother's going through it, man. So, yeah, I think it's a good thing Mimo and Rooga sit down.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing, man.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing as well. You know, this pushing peace movement has been led by FBG Duck and Tay Savage. And, you know, it's influenced others. You know what I mean? What you think about the overall concept, though? Do you think it's just an internet trend or it's something that we could really work towards in the streets, pushing peace in Chicago?
No, I think it could really happen, man, because I'm on the same thing, man. You know what I'm saying? The peace movement, man. And I was happy to see J Mane and Tay Savage, you know what I'm saying, on skits together. You know what I'm saying? And that showed that shit, it can happen. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it's a good thing, man. I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else is not, you know, you're gonna have some people that's gonna be with it, some people ain't gonna be with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you can't let them people deter you from not doing what you wanna do. You gotta do, you know what I'm saying? What makes you feel happy, man. And I think that everybody else, it'll start clicking in sooner or later, man. We might not, like I say, it ain't gonna happen overnight, but it's gonna happen, man.
For sure. Have you ever had a situation in which you had to like let bygones be bygones with somebody you had differences with in the past?
Yeah, I had people that that I got into it with, man, that shit, we was super cool. You know what I'm saying? Like we let that go. That was the past, man. We grew up, man. We was young, and I got into it too. You know what I'm saying? And my rivals, I don't say ops, but my rival people that I was into it with, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We talked about it. We grew up, man, and we became cool. You know what I'm saying? One of my guys, you know, God rest his soul, man, his name Leonard, you know what I'm saying, from 45th and Cottage. You know, I never had issues with him, but my hood, you feel what I'm saying? But me and him, man, you know, we became jam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we've been trying to push peace before he passed, before he went to jail. He came to me years ago, you know what I'm saying, with the 4-6 situation, and he was gonna grab his people, you know what I'm saying? And his other partner was gonna grab 051, you know, from 51st, but they was young and they didn't want it. They didn't want it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we wanted it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Was it an age difference? I heard you say they was young, they wanted it.
Yeah, I mean, it was Nard, me and Nard, and the guy from over that way on 51st, but the young generation,
Right.
they didn't want it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? At that time, you know what I'm saying? Cause like I say, man, it's gonna keep going, man. If we don't stop this now, it's gonna keep being bodies dropped. It's gonna keep being bloodshed.
Yeah.
And we gotta stop it, man.
Yeah. Because for the most part, a lot of this, you know, a lot of crime are committed by young African American males, like in their teenagers or early 20s. By the time we are blessed to make it to our 30s, then we're starting to realize, you know,
Yeah.
we need to cut this out. We
Yeah.
need to, you know.
Yeah.
But the young guys, they don't get it yet, you know.
Well, I'm not gonna say all young guys because you got some young guys out here that get it and they see a picture. You feel me? But you got some of these young guys out here that they don't care. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say all young guys because I talk to a lot of young guys. You know, doing my little Uber leg working or whatever. But I talk to a lot of people, and I talk to a lot of young guys that be with it, that want to change. You know what I'm saying? That's in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And but you're right. It's a lot of young guys out here that's just gone wild, man. They don't care, killing kids and all, man.
Well, recently here in Chicago, and you know, in our trending news of things, Madoo 600 was found dead in his jail cell. Madoo is somebody that we've had on DJUTV, and that's also someone who had a relationship with your son Scrap at one point.
He had a relationship with me too. You know, if he had a relationship with my son, he had one with me. I don't know, but when I heard about it, people was DMing me his pictures, sending me pictures of him saying, you know, calling me or whatever. But to me, you know, like I said, like I don't know what people wanted me to say or expected me to say, or they thought I was gonna speak bad about Macavill, but no, I wasn't. I wasn't gonna say nothing bad about him, because to be honest with you, I love Macavill, and I love him like a son. And for me seeing and knowing what happened between him and my son, I know what happened. Macavill stayed at my house. Macavill slept at my crib. I took Macavill to play ball with my sons. Macavill was with me, under me, with my son Scrap. You know what I'm saying? So Macavill was just on this side, Scrap was over here. But they still used to be together every day, you know what I'm saying? And the streets, like I said, the streets divided them. You know, the streets divided them. So I don't have nothing bad to say about Macavill. His mama, I know his mama, his auntie, his people, you know what I'm saying? His father from the low end. So, no, man, I couldn't say nothing bad about him. Even though, you know, him and my son had what they had going on, but at the end of the day, I know they love one another. Before all that, that was his best friend, his brother, and they was all that. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know if they would have grew to make it to be our age, what would have became of them. They still would have got back together. We don't know that. You know what I'm saying? But no, I don't have nothing bad to say about them.
Yeah, for sure that. R.I.P. McAdoo for sure. They said perhaps it was overdose on some jail drugs, but then I also saw videos saying that his family feel like the police probably killed him. What you think probably was the cause of death? What was some reports you were hearing?
Well, I don't know, man, but I know they got some type of drug going around in that county jail.
For sure.
That's leaving them boys dead in there, man. You know what I'm saying? And they died, and it was another incident with somebody else that we knew they found dead in the cell. So there's some type of drug they using in there, man, that these young guys getting high off of. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you do have dirty guards in there. They dirty. You know what I'm saying? They do treat them like shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I couldn't tell you. That's, I don't know, man.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, we talk a lot to Butter about jail drugs, you know. And you know, Butter, he had a relationship with your son as well,
Yeah,
right?
for sure. Yeah.
You know, I asked Rooga how he felt about Butter merching on Lil Brian all the time, you know, like every other word is, you know, on Lil Brian. I asked you the same since you were his father, how you feel about, you know, hearing somebody.
I know, I watched that. I saw that when my son, you know, when he said, and you know, but I'm gonna keep it the same way, man. Like, if my son's guys, they be upset that he merching on them like that. You know what I'm saying? But I've been knowing Butler since he was a kid. You know what I'm saying? I know his mama, his people. You know what I'm saying? So he know Brian. Him and Brian grew up together. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they been the same area since they was kids. You know what I'm saying? Butter got 2 kids by my little cousin. You know what I'm saying? Butter be around. I can see if it's somebody that don't know my son. You know what I'm saying? But he do be merching it a lot. Like, he always merch a lot. I watch Butter. Everything come out his mouth is on Brian, Lil Brian, on, you know, everybody. You know what I'm saying? But no, I don't have a problem with him merching it like that. He don't merch it like that no more. He don't be doing too much merching on nobody. I be watching him. But no, I don't have nothing. He know my son.
Mm-hmm. So what was it about your son's scrap that made him so special that we're still talking about him today, 2023?
Man, my son, man, he was a good guy, man, good kid. He just was one of them people's, man, that young guys that was really into them streets. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I hate to say that. I hate to say this, but you know, he put a lot of work in the streets. You know what I'm saying? At a young age. You know what I'm saying? And people might say, and they, you know, I'm gonna read comments. You know what I'm saying? I was with my son, man. I was with all of them. You know, but we can't hold their hand everywhere they go every day. Outside, I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't be in his pocket, go everywhere he go. You know what I'm saying? I was a father to all my kids, but my son just had that, man, he was just street. He was just one of them, man, he was real, like, I hate to say, but, you know, he was in them streets, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and, you know, I got to look on internet, YouTube, and see all these bloggers putting this, saying this about my son. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he was just, man, his name gonna live on, man, because he put in a lot of work.
That's what's up. Now coming up, well, what started yesterday, according to the time of this recording, it's the O Block trial, the FBG Duck murder trial, however you title it, right? So there's 6 guys that are facing life if convicted of the murder of FBG Duck. What are your thoughts on this trial? I feel like this is the the biggest trial is one of the biggest trials in Chicago's history.
Man, I don't know. I called my cousin. I called to yesterday to talk to her. You know what I'm saying? But I just gave him some time. See what's going on, man. My thing is, I just want my little cousin to, to be alright, man. But it's gonna be hard on her, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be there with her. But I think this trial, man. I don't know what to say, man, but man, they got what's coming to them. You know what I'm saying? They know what they did. You know what I'm saying? They know they guilty, man. But they gotta play a role and go through all this and go through all that. We just gonna let the courts deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And man, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
They just got coming with. They got it coming, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all took a life. Y'all got to deal with it.
Yeah.
They got to deal with that, man. They got to deal with that.
Yeah, it felt like on that day that Doug died, it wasn't just one life that was lost, or it wasn't just one family that was affected.
No.
It was like a domino effect.
Yes. Yeah, because they family going to be affected by this too. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is. You know what I'm saying? Now, they done lost y'all to the system. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's messed up about everything, man. These guys ain't got no guidance, man, and they ain't got no, everybody get hurt from this. You know what I'm saying? So
it's been reported that a couple Chicago YouTubers are also cooperators in this case. Started with cooperator 1, Trenches News, cooperator 3, FBG Butter. Now we just interviewed Trenches News. He admitted to it. Butter, he kind of danced around it. You know what I mean? But the facts are all right here in our face. You know what I'm saying? It's all in black and white. It's all on the paperwork. Trenches News, Butter, they're expected to testify in this case. So it's getting real.
Yeah, everybody gonna come out, man. It's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen. But as far as Trenches News, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I talked a little bit to Trenches News, man, about certain situations, man. But I don't know if he, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Butter, I don't know, man. They got a lot going on, man. So I ain't gonna speak on that, man. I don't know, man.
Yeah, but overall, you say your prediction for the trial is what? They'll all be convicted.
Man, they gotta pay. Shit, you did it, you gotta pay, man. You did it, you gotta pay, man. One way or another, you gonna pay, man. So, yeah.
That's right. So moving forward, though, we also just interviewed THF Zoo,
Yeah.
And you originally from 4-6, right?
Yeah.
But you say back then it wasn't necessarily THF. It was just called 4-6. What, lawn? Oh, Woodlawn.
That's it right there. 4-6 lawn.
Okay.
4-6 lawn.
Okay.
That's what it's called.
4-6 lawn.
4-6 lawn. That's what it was.
So can you tell us, what the streets was like back then? What decade were we looking at?
Man, shit, like the early 90s.
The early 90s in Chicago.
Late 80s, you know what I'm saying? Early 90s, late 80s.
Okay.
Me growing up in Chicago, you know what I'm saying? It was, like we was all, shit, 4-6 was a family, man. You know what I'm saying? We was all family, man. You got members and people that's not nothing. You know what I'm saying? But they 4-6. You know what I'm saying? And like 9, it's a family. You know, it's still a family over there. Zoo and them, you know, they just, you know, it's just their era. But back then, we was mostly like, shit, we got into fights, fist fights, and it was all kind of stuff back then, but not like it is now, you know what I'm saying? But my era was good, man. I've been in some shit.
Yeah. That's what I was going to ask, you know, for you to be able to still be able to sit here and tell us about, you know, Chicago back in the 90s. Can you tell us the biggest lesson you've learned out here in these streets?
Man, the biggest lesson I learned, man, was to let go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta let go all the, I learned to grow, man, to think. You gotta think, man. And you gotta be smart, man, and you gotta let go of a lot of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you got enemies, and I don't call them ops, you know what I'm saying? People you're in tour with, you know, you got to, you know, my biggest lesson learned, man, was to be able to sit down and can talk to them. You know what I'm saying? We can hold a conversation. You know what I'm saying? We can be in the same room without nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's my biggest lesson, man, just to be able to do that.
For sure. I want to ask you, you know, I want to go back to Rooga, right? Because Rooga did an interview with No Jumper. And there was some things that he didn't want to talk about prior to, and he let Adam22 know that. And Adam still asked him about it, you know. He still put it out. And you know, Rooga, you know, let the world know, you know, what happened between them. And, you know, after that, you know, Adam got on that with him. He said, Rooga, you know, you being soft, you know, take this L, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to ask you, you know, because you the man that raised Rooga, you know what I'm saying? What was your thoughts and reactions when you saw?
Oh, when I saw that, man, I ain't gonna lie. When I got on the internet, I saw it. I saw him, you know, addressing Adam with that. And shit, I mean, I'm proud of my son, man, you know, because I always told him, like, I always tell him, though, like, don't, you know, I didn't like to, like, I'm a direct person. So somebody say something or do something, I ain't gonna text them or nothing like that. I'll get on the phone or something, I'll call you. I'm gonna let you know. You know what I'm saying? And when I saw my son checking him, I already knew what time it was. You know what I'm saying? I know him. You know what I'm saying? Like, all he wanted you to do is let him see it, man. Show me this, man, before you put it out. He don't want to talk about Dirk and now. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to talk about that. He trying to get past all that, bro. So now you really being messy with Chicago. That's what it is. You being messy. So he got it right, and I seen him on live with him. You know what I'm saying? And my son checked him. He checking him on live. I'm watching it. You know, I be on there seeing little stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I see him tell him, like, okay, so what about you? You know what I'm saying? Said something, yeah. What about that little girl? You know what I'm saying? He ain't like that. You feel me? And when people throw something back at you, you don't like it, man. So yeah, you was being messy. He just checked you. He checked him. Shit, I'm with him.
Yeah. Adam definitely been getting his nose in a lot of Chicago business lately. He was trolling Wooski, you know, and the headshot that Wooski suffered, you know. And your son took great offense to that, you know, especially because Wooski was shot at the funeral, you know. So he was, you know, just like, man, you know, this guy, he talking about a whole bunch of stuff that he don't even know about, you know. And so when me and Rooga talked about that funeral, you know, it kind of opened my eyes up to the concept of a shooting at a funeral, you know. And you said you were there yourself as well, right?
Yeah, I was there.
So how did that play out from your perspective?
Man, that was crazy, man. Like, my son, Rooga, just walked out. Him and my other son walked their brother out. It was over with. You know, it was a scary sight, bro. Just to hear them shots going off. You know, it was like they was in the inside. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was ugly, man, to see them people laying on the floor. Then my first thing, I saw my cousin, Mama Duck, walk past me. So I instantly like, what my cousin? I threw my wife in the washroom, you know what I'm saying? And Fat Boy picked up my grandson, Rooga's son, and put him in the room, man. It was ugly. It was scary, bro. Scary, bro. It wasn't just one time. They shot like 3 times. And it's like they was getting closer and closer coming in the door until the pastor, wherever that church, locked that door. Couldn't nobody get in. So whoever was out there was stuck. You know what I'm saying? And you know, yeah, that was an ugly sight. And to see Wooski laying on the ground, you know what I'm saying? I saw Wooski laying on the ground. So when I saw Wooski wipe his face, you know, that's all I needed to see. He wiped the blood off his face, you feel me? So that let me know, shit, he good. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
It was ugly.
So you going to pay your respects to somebody that passed away, and now your life in danger.
Yeah, and I was just standing outside right before that happened, though.
How often do you hear about these kind of stories in Chicago?
About the what, like the shooting at funerals and stuff like that? Man, I ain't heard about no shooting at no funeral since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd heard about it back then. People walking in funerals, you know, like they walked in funerals and shoot a body up while it's in the casket, stuff like that. That didn't happen. That didn't happen, man. So yeah, I done heard stuff like that and shooting at funerals then, but they brought it back, man. It's like everything coming back. It's like the clothes, man. The clothes, everything, man. It's gonna come back.
Coach say history repeats itself.
Yeah. And that's what's happening.
Yeah.
They gonna start to a point where they gonna knock on niggas' doors and start going, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy out here.
With you being like an older gentleman amongst the YouTube crowd, you know what I'm saying, the podcast space, you know, you kind of like our parents' age, you know.
Right.
What is it that you would like to get across to those that's your kids' age or younger?
To like, I just want to say, man, like,
Or how about this? Can I rephrase the question?
rephrase.
If you can go back 20 years later, just 20 years ago, I'm sorry, anything you would have done differently with your life?
If I go back 20 years, yeah, that's a lot I would have did. I mean, I wish I would have known what I know now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if YouTube and stuff was out then, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I would have took a different approach on what I was doing, but I was still, 20 years ago, man, yeah, I was still trying to probably sell drugs and do this. I would have did a lot different, man. Like, I always had a job, you know, off and on, but I would have got my kids up out of here. Got them out of Chicago if I'd have saw all this coming. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would have did different.
Cause how many kids you got again?
I got 14.
I was finna
I
say 7.
I got 10, you know, biological and 4 marriage. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, 14.
That's a lot of kids.
Yeah.
10 is a lot. That's like Country Wayne. You like Country Wayne?
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, you gotta check him out.
I don't know who Country Wayne is, man.
That's one of the baddest comedians in the game.
Oh, yeah?
For real.
Well, I need to check him out.
Yeah, you gotta
then.
check him out.
I gotta
He on
check him
Netflix.
out. Oh, yeah?
He talk about having 10 kids.
Yeah, I'll check him out, man.
They say he paid like $200,000 in child support a year.
Yeah, he got it. Yeah, he got it. Yeah, he can pay it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't have it.
Or a month. Oh yeah, a month. I'm sorry, right?
Oh, he got
200K a month.
Oh yeah, he got it there. He got that happy, man.
Yeah. Now coming up on November 3rd, Rooga is on his way to Charlotte, North Carolina to fight Rico Recklezz in the pay-per-view boxing match. Who you got your money on?
Man, you know who I got my money on, man. I got my money on my boy, man. I got my money on Rooga, man.
Yeah.
For sure, I got my money on Rooga, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. They fight, man. He fight, man. He growing up fighting, man. I don't know about Rico Recklezz, man, but hey, I just hope after they get through with it, whatever happened, that they can shake up, man. You know what I'm saying? And let bygones be bygones, man. But Rico needs to stop disrespecting my son, Scrap and Duck. But it's gonna be a good fight, man. If it go through, I think it's gonna be something big. That's gonna be something big too.
Because they were supposed to fight in Vegas, and it looked like they was chasing each other around town. Tom and Jerry, that's what Rooga called it. But now they officially getting in the ring.
Man, yeah, that was I saw all that, man. I was watching 1 minute Rico over here, and next minute Rooga over here, him and yelling them, camping out, waiting on them, you know what I'm saying? But I did text my son, I told him, get in the gym, man. Get in the gym, man. Work out, man. You want to get in that ring, you got to get in that gym. Don't go in that gym and get ass knocked out, man. Man, don't do it, man. Shit ain't gonna be cool, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. Get it together, man. Get it together.
Well, may the best man win for sure.
Yeah.
I think we'll go down there and get ringside coverage for it.
Man, that's gonna be dope, man.
And I'm hoping this could probably, start a positive trend, literally, right? Put the guns down and put the hands up,
Man.
And maybe this would, inspire me in 16, shot him, you know what I'm saying? Jump in the ring,
Yeah, maybe you in 16 can get in there too.
That'd be dope.
That'd be super dope, man. You know what I'm saying?
Have you been seeing Hands TV?
No, I don't know who that is.
So it's a guy, he got boxing gloves, and they've been linking up here in Chicago and duking it out for like 30 seconds on Instagram. It's called Hands TV.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, I don't know nothing about
that. So I feel like Chicago is working toward,
peace movement.
At least simmer down a lot of the shootings. But at the same time, what they said was like 44 people shot this past weekend in Chicago, so one step at a time, right? One step at a time.
Yeah, one step at a time. But I don't be watching the news, but I be hearing about certain stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna happen now. It's just gonna, like I said, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time.
I just want to go back to when we talked about Chicago in the 90s, because I thought about one of our most recent interviews with the Hardway brothers. The Hardway brothers were accused of killing Yummy Sandifer back in 1994. Can you tell us how big that story was back then?
Man, that story was big, man. They I don't know who killed Lil Yummy Sandifer, Lil Yummy, man, but it was all over the news media, man. It was big. It was all over the world, man. That hit real news. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got killed execution style. You know what I'm saying? At what, 14?
They say he was 11.
11 years old. I mean, he was 11. So yeah, he got killed execution style. But from my understanding, I didn't know him. You know what I'm saying? But I heard he was a monster. You know what I'm saying? At 11 years old. So, I was watching your interview with the Hardway brothers, man, and I saw them on there, man, and I was checking them out, man. And, that must have been hard, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know who did it. They did it or not. I don't know what's going on with that.
Right.
Well,
they done did 26 years and 22 years, respectively. Excuse me if I'm wrong with the years, but they both did over 20 years for sure, But they said they didn't do it. They didn't tell us who did, but they said they ain't do it. You know, they said they sat down, they did that time, they took the fall, but they said they ain't the ones that killed him.
Yeah, I heard somebody. I heard that. I mean, that they didn't do it, but man, I don't know who did it, man. Somebody did it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Somebody did it. They said one of them supposed to been the driver and one supposed to been the shooter.
Right.
So I mean, they took that fall for it. No snitching rule, I guess. You know what I'm saying? They ain't telling nobody, but you know, it was crazy, man. They had to do that boy like that.
Yeah.
At 11 years old.
For sure. And with them taking all that time, let's say they didn't do it, and they took all that time, they didn't squeal, you know?
Right.
Do you think guys are still moving like that in 2023, 2024?
You talking about as far as not telling on people? No, they telling, man. They telling out here, man. Niggas is snitches and niggas is rats, man. They telling, man. They ain't like back then, man. It's a lot of these niggas out here stool pigeons, man. They tricks, man. For real, they tricks, man. They ain't moving like that. Not like how people was moving back then. You know what I'm saying? But it was a bunch of tricks back then, little stool pigeons back then, but not like it is now, man. That's how a lot of them getting locked up. They telling. A lot of them telling, a lot of them ain't, man. So,
Yeah.
they rats, man.
All in all, 26 years of your life for a crime that you didn't commit, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy though, but
That's the life they chose, huh?
that's the life they chose, man. You get out there, you know, guilty by association, man. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how they convicted their ass and they ain't do it, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
I guess, like you said, they ain't telling no motherfucker, they just took the fall. Back then, the police would put cases on people, man. They was putting cases and murders on people, man, that didn't do nothing. Picking you up off the street, oh yeah, you locking your ass up. And you gone for 30 years.
I know when Duck was alive, you used to like help him out with his music and stuff. And you know, his biggest record, Slide, you know, it was a record that had to be played at any party in Chicago, regardless of, you know, where you at, who you with. It was that big, you know. But I was doing my homework and I learned that there's a Slide remix with R. Kelly. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So that's some unreleased heat, because I ain't never heard it, right?
Nah, I mean, it's a lot of people ain't heard it, you know what I'm saying? He jumped on it, you know what I'm saying? I asked him to jump on it and he did it, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Slide remix with Kells on it.
So was he rapping or was he singing?
She's singing, rapping. You know how Kells get out, man. He sing, rap, you know what I'm saying? So,
Hold on, now you
yeah.
said you told him to get on it and he got on it. So that
got
meant
on
you
it.
and Kales locked in like that?
Yes, we locked in. That's my brother.
Really?
It's my brother, man, for real. We grew up together, 47. You know, all through there, High Park, you know what I'm saying? Went to the same grade school. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I worked for him. I was his security. I did a lot. That was my homie. You know, that's still my homie, still my brother.
Right.
You know, but yeah, I asked him to jump on it and he did.
Yeah. So what you think about Kales' current situation?
What I think about the situation, he coming home. He coming home, man. But you know, they trying to make the man seem like he a monster. You know, I never saw it. You know what I'm saying? When they talking about kids and stuff like that, I never saw no kids around that man. So a lot of them people that's money hungry. You know what I'm saying? Them parents, man, they ain't no good. They ain't no good. They ain't no good, man. I'm rocking with my man. You know what I'm saying? all that trial, that stuff that went on, like the lady that pushed that what's they call mute R. Kelly. Like every city we showed up in, she out there, man. Every city we was showing up in, we was popping up in. She out there with the movement.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All that, trying to stop everything. You feel me? So, but he coming home. You know what I'm saying? So, that appeal on his way. You feel me? And they don't know, man. Like, they just woke up a giant, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But in closing, is there a message to the youth you can leave with us tonight?
First, I wanna first off, I wanna shout out DJU, man.
Word.
You know I fuck with you. I appreciate you, man. For rocking with me like that.
For sure.
But it's something else I want to say before I close out. Then I send a message to the youth. That's cool, right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. But what's up with you in 16, man? What we gonna do, man? You gonna put the gloves on, or y'all gonna be peaceful? Can we sit at the table together?
I mean, it's DJUTV. I ain't here to promote 16.
Okay, cool. My man, you check me on that one. But I want to send this out though, man, to the youth, man. Don't listen. Don't take that YouTube or that internet stuff the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Listen to y'all parents. Listen to those that's got that's been around, man, and do something different, man. You got role models like DJU, you know what I'm saying? Great influencer on YouTube, the internet. Be influenced, man. Do the right thing, man. Don't be out here. Don't be all into that rap stuff. Don't be caught up in. Don't be no send off. All I'm gonna tell y'all, man, is to all that negative stuff, man. Stay away from it. Stay away from it. And that's it, man.
For sure. Wise words from a decent man. Appreciate that, Big Les. The man, stop it.
I appreciate you, man.
Hey, you know, did you see my no jump interview? I definitely had to give you a shout out.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I appreciate the shout out, man.
Yeah,
I say, myself. Look at this. I say, look at this here, man. This man shouted me out, man. That's big, though. That's big, man. You know what I'm saying? That's big, man.
It's a catchy phrase, you know what I'm saying? So anytime I say it, I gotta shout you out, you know.
Yeah,
I ain't act like that ain't who I got it from.
No, man, I appreciate it, man. You know.
I told J-Man the same thing, you know.
Yeah.
It hit different.
Yeah, J-Man doing his thing, man. You know, I gotta give it to him. You know what I'm saying? I chop it up with him every now and then, man. But when I catch you, man, I'm gonna wring your neck, man.
Over whooping.
I want my whoops, man.
But tell everybody how to follow you and how to, watch the podcast.
Man, you can get up with me on YouTube, man. Follow me on Weekly LIG and Lashley Weekly on Facebook, man. But YouTube, man, stop it, man. That's it.
That's a bet. DJUTV, Big Les, man, stop it. And shout out to Word T Productions.
So.
DJ, you go crazy.